So, the first question is, who is Zenni? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so I'm a very vibrant person, very determined, very dramatic. I'm a go-getter. I'm very ambitious. I'm very loving and kind-hearted. I'm very emotional. I can be a little bit aggressive sometimes, but for the most part, I'm a good girl. Very true.
So how emotional? What makes you more emotional? Like what are things that get you very emotional?
I cry for everything. When I was younger, like if me I look for something and I can't find it, I cry. Or if me I try like open one drawer and I open, I cry. If I'm listening to a sad song, I cry. If I'm watching a sad movie, I cry. I cry for everything, to be honest. I
You
act
know,
tough, but I'm really a cry baby.
they say it's good people that are emotional, right?
I cry a lot. I cry for everything. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day and I saw these kids in Africa and one of the babies had tumor and I was going on the page and I started crying because it's just sad and yeah, I'm very emotional.
All right. So before we get to the next question, for you guys who are new to the panel, this is the first part of the interview where we get to know Zenni, and then the part where there's two questions from the public, and then we get into the hot topics where everybody likes waiting for the hot topics, and then we get into a nice game of the night. So this is the first part of the interview where we get to know a little bit more about who is Zenni. Zenni, my other question to you is, what was growing up like for you?
It was great. Like any problem women did have growing up, I really don't have it. Literally. I had a good life. I had two supportive parents. I had nothing to worry about. Like my childhood was great. I grew up with my cousins. We used to go pool on Sunday daytime and back picking at the water and be excitement. I pretend like a cheerleader. I had a good childhood growing up. Like, as I say, anything that went wrong in my childhood, I me did want to go wrong, or me just never listen, or I was being a stubborn child. But I had a great childhood. My mom is very supportive. My dad is super supportive. Like, I cannot complain. Like, I would say I'm one of those children that grew up with what people would have say gold spoon or them mouth.
So you grew up with mommy and daddy?
Yes.
Okay, so that's
My
amazing.
dad, my dad worked overseas, but to be honest, I never felt like for a moment, I never felt like he wasn't there. He wasn't like at home in the house, but he was there. So I would say I did grow up with both parents because it was times when he came and we were there as a family together. But he's working and my mother, as a G, went down the house and did what she was supposed to do. So I had a great childhood. I had a great childhood.
So were you the baby of the? Are you the baby? Sorry, of the family, or you're the
Yes,
youngest?
I'm the last one for both parents.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm the
my
spoiled one, as the good I call it.
all right. So my next question to you is, let's talk about school. How was high school like for you?
Alright, high school for me was, to be honest, I felt like my life took a turn when I started going to high school because I just did start do be a foolishness. Like I start just so mad, I start be a talking every day. Me there principal office, me just in my class and hear my name I call, say yo, front office. Like my high school life was crazy and it was dramatic because well, to be honest, I feel like they kind of make friends with the wrong people, and then things that they were doing, and some of them had experiences I never had, and then all was like, oh, I want to try that too. So it was like it was bittersweet. Like I felt like, oh, I couldn't wait for left. Then I felt like, oh, the teacher them did a pick on me, and it would have been situations where like on report days, when parents come and students and like that, teacher that tell the parents them, oh, make sure them steer away from that one, bad influence, bad company. It was like that. But like I was genuinely I'm a good person, but it was just me feel like I did just the environment, and then I went to an all girls school. I went to Montego Bay High School for girls.
Okay.
So it was a lot of, woman and drama and gossip and friend and it was crazy. It was bittersweet. A lot of persons did feel like I wasn't going to graduate. And at one point, my mom was thinking to move me because it kind of I get out of hand and stuff like that. But I would say from grade 7 to going into grade 9, I think I kind of found myself. So I started focusing more on the bigger things, like the brighter side of school, time for CXC, time for buckle up your shoes, as them would I say, and get ready for pass my exams them and stuff like that. I did good in school. I never had bad grades, but me did just, what the word? Me did just hard years and stubborn at one way.
So I know when people go to high school, that is when girls start high school, that's when they have the little boyfriend. What age did you get your first boyfriend?
When did I have my first little boyfriend? When did I have my first little boyfriend? I have my first boyfriend. Well, I started liking guys, like see a boy and like him from grade 6. But then he left, he migrated. So that did kind of just mash up the little likings that I had. But then when I went to high school, yeah, I did have my little boyfriend, but I never started dugu or not yet. But I did have my little boyfriend.
You started dugu late.
You did have a little boyfriend and everybody did have them little purse where they might talk. So it was like as me say, just feelings for say, oh, I see a guy and I like a guy, but no wouldn't say, oh, full blown relationship and we're locked in because we don't know nothing about love and them something there. So it was just like, mom see a guy, I like a guy and the guy like me too.
All right. So my question for you is, what is your biggest achievement that you have accomplished during your lifetime?
My biggest accomplishment during my lifetime, I would say my business is right now, and my car, I would say, is an accomplishment because like I was looking at it the other day and I was like, I felt like I'm not doing enough for myself. Like I feel like I can do better. But then I was like, oh, you're 21, like give yourself some grace. People out here your age still don't know what they want to do with their life. Like you're doing great.
I
So
was
my
about
biggest
to,
accomplishment would be my business right now and how well I'm doing for myself and my just buying my car for me.
and you said you're 21.
Yes, I'm 21.
And a while ago, you said that you don't think you're doing enough. Trust me, for 21, that's a lot. And I'm proud of you, and I'm sure your friends and family is also proud of you. I'm actually
Yeah.
proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Alright. My next question is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so in the next 5 years, I'm definitely going to be a midwife because I'm in third year of school. I have 1 year left. So in the next 5 years, I'm going to have my bachelor's. I'm going to be a midwife. I see my business expanding to a level where it becomes international. And then me, I go put it in a me list. I'm going to be married. I'm going to be a wife, and I'm going to have my beautiful babies. So yeah, next 5 years, I'm going to be a midwife. My business should be expanding or has been expanded. I'm going to get married and have kids.
I wanted to ask you this question later on, but you said in the next 5 years, babies, not babies.
Yeah, babies.
All right. So my question to you, right? I was gonna ask you this later on in the interview, but the fact that you said in the next 5 years, because 5 years is like almost here, right?
Um,
Is Zenni dating?
um, I'm living.
You're living.
Yeah, no, I really lost the love of my life, to be honest.
We're gonna
I
get to
haven't
that.
found that person yet. I'm not gonna say yet because I'm still there. I'm not gonna be naive to the situation. But I lose the love of my life. I don't really find nobody with me that say, all right, yeah.
You take that
But I'm
place.
talking to people and I'm getting to know persons and I'm, exploring. And I try find the next Mr. Right.
So my question to you, right? I know you said you haven't seen out of your exploring, right? Is that one person is that a person like, yeah, man, I think you're almost there. Like, is there that one person or is still going?
Mm-mm.
Not
Be
yet.
a crosses. It's doing. A be a cross is me I find. Be a cross is one problem after the next.
All right. So my question to you is, how do you deal with negative comments on social media? How
It
do you
used
do
to bother me. It used to bother me, but it not bother me no more.
Yeah.
No, like I used to worry about what people say, and especially when I know it's not true, it used to like mess up my mental in the sense where I'm like, shit, this person thinks I'm this person, but I'm really not. But then I realized say you really and truly cannot please people, and it's just always you have that set of people that will always root for you, and you have the set of people that will just not be for you. And I can't be liked by everybody. People go out here who don't like me and they just genuinely don't like me, and I don't want to be liked by everybody. But no, it's just like I don't care how you feel, I don't care what you think. Your opinion is not validated. It doesn't pay me, it does not take anything from my life, it does not make me any prettier, it doesn't do nothing for me. Your opinion is just your opinion. You can stand on your opinion, it doesn't affect me in any way. So whatever it is people want to say or however they want to perceive me, that's fine. Because especially being on the media, it's a lot of people that don't know me. They just know the Zenni that is on TikTok, or the Zenni that she text somebody baby father, or the Zenni way, oh our man dead and she over here a cry. Or that's the Zenni they know. They don't know me. Like people that is around me that knows me and takes the time out to understand the type of person I am, those are the person I will, their opinions can take a toll on me. But for you just see me on the media, see a situation or hear something and then judge me based off of that, then I don't really care what you have to say. You did not take the time out to get to know me. Like you're judging based off what you see or what you hear. So negativity for me right now, it doesn't bother me. And when people say, oh, she this or she that, it just motivates me to go harder because I go always proven wrong. I go always proven wrong. So I use it as a stepping stone to be a better version of myself and to do better for myself.
Before we get on to the next question, is there a time where the negative comments put you in a depression state? Have you ever been in a depression state because of the negative feedback that you get on the internet?
Um, Depression. To be honest, the only thing that really depressed me right now are the facts that my man did. But I would say it just make me feel a way. Like I would just overthink on it. Like them people here really think send me this or really think send me that. But me wouldn't say it put me in a depression. No. At this appointed moment, no. But me would just feel a way. I don't feel a way anymore, but that's as far as it goes based off of what people say. And then what I try to do is like, for example, making reference to the situation that was on the media that I just came out of, like the negativity coming from that, it just made me feel like, yo, me need to just get out of this situation. Like, me need to move, like, me need to take for myself. That's just how it made me feel. But I wouldn't say it put me in a one state of depression. Depression for me is me can't eat, me can't function, I be in bed all day, nothing gets done. It does not do that to me. So I wouldn't say it depresses me.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
The next question is, what is the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
Most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me. Mm, I would say, know what I said? I would say the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me was when Orion dead. I'm out here a ball out me type and me soul and me heart. And then 50 other gal rush out and run out with picture and video and all them stories there will come up where me never know about. Yeah, that I would say is the most embarrassing thing. What did happen to me because me out here I kill myself and I dead. And you know what?
All right.
Yeah.
So you see that 50 other girl that run out? We're gonna bring that down in the hot tea for tonight. Hot topics for tonight. We're gonna get to that in the hot topics for tonight when we get to the hot topics. So that's the most embarrassing thing ever happened to you.
I would say, yeah, when we would have literally sit down and be like, Channel, like, you fuck up.
So did that make you cry 40 days, 40 nights, or how long did that take you to get over that 50? But makes you look embarrassed in the public. How did?
Well, me did done them over here the ball already, Me did done only love can hurt like this already, so the ass did done. The ass did done gone through the gate, so I was just like, well, it is what it is. But then at the end of the day, I know what we had. My ball. I know why my ball. I know what my tears them did mean. So me did feel a way about it, but it never stopped how I felt about him or how I felt about losing him. But
I
it was
understand.
just embarrassing.
I understand where you come from. I know there's an embarrassing part of it, but I honestly understand because even though he has 50 other person coming out, no one knows how he treated you specially.
Right.
So maybe he had 50, but you had a different special treatment than the other 50. So you had all reason to cry and go through all that. You know what I mean? But we will get to that in the hot topics of the night. Definitely. I have a question, right? This is like a funny question. So if you were at a funeral, right? So you were at a funeral, you're coming down and you're right there and the body fell out of the casket, boop, right in front of you. What would you do?
But I run go hug him up on a ball and kiss him.
I'm not talking about the man. I'm not a regular person. We know you're gonna hug up your man in the coffin, definitely. But a different person, like if you're at a regular person funeral and you're behind you and the casket the person just fell out right in front of you. What was it to do?
But I probably start overthink. I'm gonna start overthink. And then I probably would be a little bit scared. Because me I say like, you know, then would I feel it for the people, them, the loved ones, if I'm not my loved one. Would I feel it for them and that would have been so dramatic. Oh, you come up with a question then?
Because it's a laughter part of this interview. You want to make
No, I can't even laugh because no, me they are overthinking for true. Like, suppose that I'm for true, like, that would have just crazy. Me that feel a way.
you don't feel that way.
I feel a way. But I think I could have laughed. But I feel a way, like, Shania.
All right.
I probably would have get scared to, like, I don't know, probably, I don't know, but I go overthinking.
You're not overthinking. All right, perfect.
All right. So my next question to you: as a female, what is one advice you would give to teenage girls?
Teenagers.
Teenage girls.
What you say? Teenage girls.
Yeah.
Be independent. Stay in school, be independent. Always work for your own and love yourself. That's what I would tell them.
Good advice. So we're gonna get to the last question of the getting to know who is Zenni interview, and then we're almost to the hot topics of the night and the game. The game is the funny part. I like the game. But the last question I have for the first part of the interview, getting to know Zenni, let people know what businesses do you have, how can they reach out to you and all that. Let the people know your businesses you have, what have let them know about that.
All right, so I have my skincare business. That's the first business I started, and my skincare business consists of 3 products. So that's a skin oil, skin soap, and skin scrubs. I just recently did a rebranding, so I have soaps and oils now available. I have a lot of persons that was waiting or have been waiting, so I have those in stock now. They're great for like acne, dark spots, liver spots, eczemas. They can be used for babies and they can be used on pregnant women. They can be used on elderly people as well. There's no age limit, no age restrictions, no gender restrictions as well. I have my business page on Instagram, so that's Ina Sisley per usual. Most persons probably not know it, but if you go on my original page, they're linked in my bio. So if you go on my personal page, that's Zenni X Zenni, the business pages are listed in my bio. Also, I'm representing for a recent clothing store on Barnett Street that's called Code Closet. So we sell male and female clothing. We have a variety of stuff: slippers, shoes, Air Forces, bags, jewelries, boxers. We have everything up there basically for male and female. So those are the 2 businesses I'm currently investing in now. So that's the skincare business and the clothing business.
Nice.
Those are also linked in my bio on my personal page.
All right, nice, nice. I like that. So, guys, you get it where you guys there. You get it where you can find her and her business, what she's doing. All right.
Right, so now we are down to the part of the interview where you guys get to ask Zenni questions. But we can only answer two questions. I take a question and Ron take a question.
I'm hardly hearing Anada. I'm not sure if it's her
Speak up a
speaker
little bit more, Anada. Let me hear.
or something.
Anada, because I was kind of speak up a little bit more.
You hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, I was saying that we're down to the segment of the interview where you guys get to ask Zenni two questions. Anything you want to know from Zenni. I take a question, Ron take a question.
All right. So you heard it, right?
Yeah, I
All
heard
right,
that.
guys. So let's get those two questions before we get into the hot topics of the night. So, any two questions?
Oh,
Oh, somebody wants to know what is your real name.
I'm not going to disclose that.
All right. So she doesn't want to disclose that. So should I move to my question, or you want to ask? What should I do? What should you do, Ananda?
You could move on, take your
Okay.
question.
Somebody want to know. I don't want to ask that. How is your mental state?
Murder! Listen to me now. Listen. Listen. Mentally, listen. This minute I'm alright, and the next minute I'm not alright. Me still, I'm still healing. So it's in and out. For the most parts, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm living, I have life, I have money, I have a roof over my head, I'm not hungry. I'm grateful for the most part. But if I'm being real, like it's moments when I'm just out of it. In the sense where I feel like I want to be alone. I feel like I don't want anybody to see me. I don't want to be seen. It's in and out. So I'm okay for the most parts. But I'm still hurting, I'm still healing, so sometimes I'm not okay, and it's okay to not be okay. But where real life is concerned, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
All right, perfect. Before we get to the next part of the interview, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers, if you're not yet following Zenni, click on Zenni's box, follow Zenni for you guys who want to order her business stuff and ask her about her business and, maybe you'll get more story times. Click on Zenni's box and follow Zenni. If you're not yet following my other host, which is both of us show, Ananda, click on Ananda's box and follow her. And if you're not yet following myself, click on my box and follow me. And you will get updates on other shows that is going on and other people who's going to be interviewed next week. Ananda, do you know what time it is?
Roy, my time is 7:56. Don't bother me.
It's not 7:56.
It's not 7:56. What time is it?
It's the hot topics time. This is where we get to the hot topics of the night. Zenni, are you ready for the hot topics? All right. Remember, after the hot topics, we'll get right into the game, guys. All right. So, you ready for the hot topics? Let's go.
First question to you is how did you meet Ink Surgeon?
No, sir. Ink. Oh, murder.
Take your time, take your time.
Um, well, to be honest, I don't know, like it is just so strange because I feel like we did like each other before we did actually know that we like each other, because I was following him for so long and he was following me for so long, and nothing just never happened. But what really, really happened, our first communication was in COVID. I think I reached out to him in regards to a tattoo. I was in New York at the time, and he was in wherever he was. So then when I reached out to him and I was like, I wanted to get this tattoo or whatever, he was like, I'm in this place, and then we were calculating the distance, and it was I don't remember the hours, but it was a good distance. I was in New York and he was in another state or whatever you want to call it. So that is just done this. So then him did text me a couple times after that, but I was so locked in and in love with my man. So I never did pay him no mind, I never respond. I think he sent me some link to a song or something like that. I never respond. So then he came to Jamaica after everything happened. He came to Jamaica and then he reached out to me in regards to some promotion. So at this point, I didn't respond because now it's like I never really have nobody to be loyal to, because when I oriented them, I never answered DMs or nothing. I didn't talk to anybody, so I never did reach out or respond to him. But he came to Jamaica, he reached out to me in regards to some promotion. He wanted to promote the numbing cream, but he wanted me to actually feel or try out the numbing cream. Me to tell him, say, I never want to get no more tattoo because I just get one tattoo. I really never want one next tattoo. Then he was like, I think he was like, I want to ask you a question. I low-key knew what he was going to ask me, but I just wanted to hear him actually ask the question, to say it. So then he asked me out on a date, and he asked me out on a date like he was. I don't remember the exact thing that he said. But after he was trying to convince me to getting the tattoo, the trident cream. So I told him that I can promote it for you, but I really don't want an next tattoo. So that conversation ended, and then he said, "I try remember the exact words. Wait, but I want to tell no lie. I don't remember what he said, but I remember him saying he wanted to ask me something, and then he was like, I don't remember if him saying like me or if he can take me out, but he asked me out on a date, and then I said, okay, yeah. So we made arrangements to go on the date. The original date we scheduled or something, I think, never worked out. I don't remember. Or we ended up going the next day, but we went on the date, and then yeah, we did have a good vibe. We were talking, and then he was leaving the next day, so he wanted me to go to Clarendon with him for another party. So I was like, no, I'm not going to come to Clarendon with you because we just met for the first time. Me never got Clarendon before, and me not gonna go so far with a man where me just meet. I don't know you, I don't know Clarendon, so no. So anyways, we never got Clarendon with him. And then we kissed the first date.
Was it a passionate kiss or mwah?
Yeah, we suck our tongue outside, and then he was leaving. He was leaving the next day. So yeah, that was the first time. That's how we met on the first time.
So I have a question for you. Did you know he had somebody at the time?
No, he told me that he was single, and he told me, to be honest, what he said exactly was that he was basically like living, but if he found what he wanted, then he would have settled down, if that's the word to use. But he did not tell me that he was in a concrete relationship, or never tell me. So, me, I talk to somebody and it not work out or nothing. It was just like, I live, but if him see what I want, then him will do what I need to do and let it work.
So where did he take you on the first date?
Well, to be honest, he wasn't really familiar with the area, so I suggested somewhere, and we went to Coral Cliff. For those who there maybe know which part that day. So yeah, we did go Coral Cliff.
Right. So you said he didn't tell you he was in a relationship or going to break up anything. So you said that you haven't found somebody who can replace Oren, right?
No.
Do you think at that time
Nope. You're not somebody that the question. Mm-mm.
So you don't think that he could have?
No.
So were you in it just for the fun, or did you see a long term?
Listen to me. Bottom line, two broken hearts are trying to heal each other. That is it. He was going through what he was going through. I never went in depth of it, or I never find out the depth of it until after. And then he did already know with me when I got through. So I just feel like we were vulnerable. Me did vulnerable, to be honest. Me did just, let me tell you. He was displaying traits of what I wanted.
Okay.
He was displaying traits of what I wanted or what I was looking for. But made it still hesitant, but I was willing to see where it would have went. If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So he's really a good man. I'm not going to lie about it. He's really a good man. He's a family man. And the type of person or the type of relationship that he has in him is what I was looking for. But the situation is not what I was looking for.
All right. So my other question to you is, how did the relationship end? What caused the relationship to end?
Me,
Mm-hmm.
I ended the relationship
Why did you end it?
because alright, so I never knew when we started talking. I never knew that I knew he had a baby mother because when the issue had first happened, before we started talking, it was on Instagram. So I saw that they were having their issue. So that is why I believed when he was saying that, no, go on or whatever, because he did put it out there to say that, oh, this is what is going on with us and blah, 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 we don't know, whatever. So I wasn't questioning him saying he's not in a serious relationship. But after everything, no, he never told me that she was pregnant. So when we started talking, I never knew that she was pregnant. I found out. So when I saw the video, I was like, this is no long time video. This a no. This a no. This a right no. And then I mentioned it to him and he was convincing me at that point that they're not together, they're broken up and it's for the kids or whatever. So I realized that after everything now, he wasn't being honest with me and he wasn't being honest with himself. So what really did it for me, to be honest, was when her and I had the issue when my family got involved. And then my auntie, because people thought it was my mom, but it wasn't my mom.
Was your aunt?
Was my aunt. When my aunt said what she said, and then it ended up being that, oh, Zenni, I wish death and Zenni mother, I wish death on her and blah, 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 whatever. When he responded to that situation with the video that he posted, that was just it for me. Like at that point, I mentally clocked out. So I never texted him to say, listen, I'm breaking up with you or let's end this or whatever. But I clocked out. So conversations changed. The relation changed. So if I call me now, I not answer. If I text me now, I not answer. I was not there. And to be honest, the reason why I never blatantly put it out there like that was because during the course of when we were talking, people was like, oh, Zenni gonna be a car man, Zenni gonna do this and Zenni gonna do that. I did not want to give them the satisfaction of knowing, say, yes, as Zenni for true. So, me to start talking to somebody else, because my fucking clock out, I was over with it. So I started talking to somebody else. So yeah, but it just he realized now that things are not the same, things change, and then it just pop off.
So
yeah.
How long did you start talking to somebody else after you? Let me ask that question. I want to ask you this question. When your aunt made that statement, right, with the baby, how did you feel about that? Because I
To be
know.
honest, to be honest, she never said she wished the child die or the picnic or got dead or whatever. She was saying that based on the state that she was in at the time, she should, tone down a little bit because that might happen.
Okay.
In at the moment, me honestly, to be honest, frankly, I never cared. It was like I don't care because in that specific situation, I felt like she came at me wrong
Okay.
by saying what she said in the video because it's the video that she said that what was posted with her saying what she said. Why made it feel attacked about it, knowing say Anna said go for true. So I called Ink and I was saying to him, listen, because during the course of everything, I always try to say like, don't answer to this, don't answer to that, ignore it or whatever, blah blah blah. So I called him today and I said, listen to me, may I go answer? I'm going on live and I'm going to answer. My family was there because I was over my cousin's house. They were there and everybody was venting and saying how they felt. And it is what it is. I never said it. I understand that it came from my people, but I wasn't the one that said it. People now made to say, oh, I never Zenni say it as Zenni auntie, but I still need to get the blame because that's what Ink said. Oh, I never you say it, but other people don't say it, so it's still whatever, blah, blah, blah. I said Uncle Fat. And that was it. Yeah, family get involved and tell me where them have to tell me to and whatever. Them say, cause bring outward. So it is what it is.
All right. So my last question: what is the relationship now with you, Ink, and Mo?
We're cool. We're good.
You guys are good now.
Yeah, we're cool. We're all right. I'm genuinely happy for them because I knew they were going to get back together, which is a part of the reason too why I distanced myself. Because, like I said, Ink was not being honest to himself, and he was not being honest to me. Because it would have been situations or conversations where me would have been like, "Listen, you and that girl, we're not gonna back. We're not gonna back." I don't want to say too much. But it was like conversations where a certain topic would have come up and would have been like, bro, stop it, like, no. So when we realized, say, he's not being straightforward with his feelings, he's not being straightforward to me, like I told him blatantly, I told him when I started moving distant and he was trying to, figure out what is going on in my head, why me start move different, why the conversations less, why the calls less, I told him, I said, you might feel how you feel now because of what happened during the situation, but at the end of the day, I told him plain and straight, at the end of the day, when that second child comes here, you're going to have different emotions and different feelings towards her. You cannot change the fact that she's the mother of your two children. That will never change. And I was not going to be delusional to think like, oh yeah. And knowing the type of person that he is, like he is a family type of man. He is that type of man. A family type of man, a lover type of man. So I knew he was not telling me, but I knew that this is just hurt and emotions. And the fact that Media Jamaica, she's in America, you guys are in the same place together, things are going to happen. You guys are basically starting over by having a newborn baby. Knowing Ink, he's not going to want to miss baby's first steps and baby's first moments. Shit, you're not going to want to miss the birth of your child. That's the type of person he is. So I knew that you saying, oh, Madonna, you don't want her back, that's just hurt. That's feelings. So I was not going to be delusional for things, say, it's going to work out with me. You're going to want to be around there for that child. And I don't have a child, but I would never stop a man from being there for his kids at all. Like, I will walk away and let you do what you have to do as a man. So when I continuously try to convince me, like, oh no, we're not getting back together, it's just for the kids. Like, I was like, no, bro. When you go, because like I told you before, I'm studying to be a midwife and I've never given birth, but when I am in that hospital room and I see those mothers giving birth to their children or their kids, and I see that overwhelming, that joyful feeling of knowing, said, this are my pitney, all that I have been through to bring this child here. Some of them get emotional, they cry. It's situations where I get emotional and I cry because it's just an overwhelming feeling bringing a child into the world. And I understand that. So when you, I mean, know when God did it, he's going to want to see that child being born. And the fact that they have a child before, they're not going to want this baby to feel unwanted regardless of the situation. So he's going to still play his part for everything to be balanced. So when you in that hospital room and you see Mo going through all of those contractions and all that pain, and you know as a man that she's going through this because of me to bring my child into the world, all of the hurt and the whatever she do, it's going to be gone. You're not going to feel the same anymore. So I would reason with him and tell him, like, you just have said this, no. You just have said, you just feel this way, no. When you're around her and the baby is there and you guys are sharing that moment, it's nothing that's going to take it away. So that is why I decided to step back from the situation and just allow him to be there. Me never want the inner head during everything, because as I say, I don't have a child. I feel like I did selfish enough being with him and more I go through, I wish I go through, and the disrespect. I was selfish enough being with him and putting her through that. I never wanted it to go any further when the child got here.
Right.
So I gave him the space to be a dad, fix your shit. And I did know deep down say there was still feelings there. So as I say, I wasn't being delusional about it or immature about it to feel like, oh, I'm going to take him or whatever. Like, nah. Go be a family man. Go be with your kids. Stay with your baby mama. Fix shit. Work shit out. So I'm genuinely happy for them that they are now here where they are and making things work. So yeah, that's it.
So much for that explanation. That was well said. We wish you all the best, and we're happy that you guys are in a better space. And thank you so much for clearing sight on that. We appreciate that. Before we get to the next question, guys, if you're not yet following Zenni, follow Zenni. Click on her box, and you know she has other businesses out there. If you're not yet following my other host, who is both of us show, Ananda, click on Ananda's box and click on my box. Also follow us for updates on who will be interviewed next and other shows to become. All right.
All right. So my next question to you is, how did you meet Orin?
This is my favorite story. All right. So I was going to high school. I was in grade 11. Listen, I'm frightened for the boy. I was in bed. I'm frightened for you guys. Anyway, I go down to the store. I went down to the store to buy a mayhem ticket. So when I walked into the store, his back was turned. So when I go up, I'm saying, "Can I get my mayhem ticket, please?" He turned around. When I saw that face, yeah, that's the first interaction that we had. So when he turns around and I saw him, I was like, "Woo! I want you." Somebody that tried to flirt with him a little bit, but he was busy answering other people, so I never realized that me up here I tried to give him googly eyes. So then I left. I take the ticket and I left. Then I go home, go stun detective Zenni, you know. So I start detective on Instagram. I start search down the business name on Instagram, and then I found his page. And when I found his page, I realized that he had a baby mother and that a child. And let me just say this, like, to be honest, growing up, me never want no man with me. So sometimes when I'm looking to myself, I'm gonna be like, how you end up here? Because when I saw that he had a baby mother and a child, I was like, okay, take him off of the list. Now go work. That is a done deal. And then him text me and ask me number. I never hesitate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stats. Text me now, babes.
All right.
I'm gonna speak it from the south.
So we know that Orion is no longer with us. May his soul rest in peace. I don't know what I just said that I get shivered. I don't know. May his soul rest in peace. So let's just we're gonna get into little things about, how did you find out? Where were you at the time when you found out that he was murdered?
I was on my way coming from the wharf, just clear my food a barrel of food or whatever. And I was in a bus sitting down. I was on my way to get my car, and then I saw the phone ring, and I saw this number. So I was like, "Oh, who the fuck call me?" So when I answered the phone, all I heard was, "Okay, so I'm going to use Susie, but it's not really Susie." So, like unconsciously, I just answered the phone. I see a strange number call me. I don't know who. Somebody just answer the phone. When I answer the phone, I hear, "Oh, Zenni, Susie, Orion and I just got shut up and his marrow is leaking out. I don't think he's going to make it." So, me pull with the phone and I look up on the number. He said, "Where is it?" He said, "Yes, we just got shut up and they came and I don't think he's going to make it." So I hung up the phone and I tried to call him. So his phone rang and all I could think was, please answer, cause what is going on? So it rang straight through, no answer. So then I called somebody else that I knew had close relations to him. And I called and I said, "Where are you?" And they told me where they was, and I said, "You hear what happened to Orion?" And she was like, "What happened? What happened? What happened?" So then I hung up the phone. I hung up that call and I called back the person. I called back Susie. And I was saying, "Susie, what you say happened?" Because I'm trying to stay calm in the situation because it was the second occurrence where that happened. So me I think now say, all right, probably it was me I hope the thing say is a next situation like the first one where I never nothing too detrimental. So I called back Susie and I was saying, "Susie, what happened?" And she started explaining to me that she came to her house, they picked her up, they were going on the road, and while driving, they got sandwiched. The person jumped out of the car and they started shooting at them. They started shooting at them. She got out of the car, put up her hand. I wasn't there. This is just what he was explaining to me. He got out of the car and then I don't remember exactly, but something whereas they took her from the scene and left him there to die. Like she was explaining to me that they were treating him like no urgency, no rush for him to get some assistance. And then he went to the hospital. Next question.
Were you together with him at the time when he was murdered?
Relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were having issues. But at that moment we were good. Cause like we had an argument a couple days before that day, and the day that it happened, he spoke with my mother the day before and was saying to her that me and Zenni good man because he was in Kingston, so he was saying like me and Zenni good man, I'm a reach down, I go an area, I go give her a link and whatever. So we were good. We had our issues, but at that appointed moment we were good.
So when was the last time you spoke with him before his death? When was the last time, can you recall speaking to him? Via phone or in person? When was the last time?
I remember the day, but like me can't go explain. Me have to probably show no, or me have to probably go back on my phone to see the
That's
actual date.
a roughly
Like
estimate.
he was at my house a few days. He was at my house a few days because I remember the morning because he came down there. He spent the night, and I remember I was going to a funeral. I was going to a funeral the morning, and he was cussing. And I said, yo, I don't like the funeral thing, I don't like the funeral thing, and you get up, I put on clothes, boy, I got a funeral or whatever. And I said to him, I said, when I come back, you're gonna be here? And he said, leave me to know, man. And then he hugged me, and then he left. That was the last time I saw him like in person and touched. But the rest of the time it was phone conversation because he left and he went home. So probably like a day before, like we are talk today and it happened tomorrow or 2 days. I don't remember the exact time frame,
Understand?
but I remember he was there couple days before, like when today this year the 17th would be a Saturday. So last year would be a Friday. So it would have been like about Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday. He would have been in the yard. And then the rest of the time was just phone conversation.
So I had more questions, but I don't want to go deep into it, to be honest with you, because I know this is still fresh for you. But I want to ask a question. How is Zenni feeling right now towards the city? How are you feeling? How are you doing?
Um, I'm actually a mental wreck right now. I just put the best outside because, like I said, Saturday coming is officially 1 year.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
No, I don't think you should ask me a question. Lee.
No, no, I'm not gonna. That's why I want to ask how she. I'm not gonna ask no more questions. That's why I said that's what I want to know. How is she feeling right now? Take your time.
Saturday, Saturday coming is 1 year. I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay, let's move on then. Let's give her some time to gather herself a little bit. We're so sorry that you've been through that, and just know that we're here and we all love you and we support you, and we're thinking about you. Okay, and we understand. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Um, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna move on because to be honest with you, I didn't know Saturday was gonna be like it was, you know. So we're gonna move on, but we wish you all the best, and we know that death is. A lot of people always say you get over it through time. Time does not. I don't think you ever get over it. And my sister passed away 20 years ago, and I'm still not over it.
I think that would make somebody more emotional. So always think
And I'm giving them some words of comfort, right? Because in these times, she needs somebody who could comfort her also. You know what I mean?
about,
But you will be okay. All right? You'll be okay. So we're gonna move on.
Zennii, are you ready for the next question or
No, you can go ahead.
so what's next? Hello? What
What's it?
what's next for Zenni?
I'm just really, like I said, I have more time now to find myself, and it's just about me. It's what I want to do, what makes me happy, what makes me feel better. That's just how I'm feeling now. Um, for me, it's just whatever you want to do it today. It's not funny. So love somebody, tell them today. If you want to jump out a building, do it today. Just whatever for me. Like, that's just how I'm feeling now.
All right.
That's all.
We're down to the end of the interview. We want to play we want to play this game now that we always play to cheer you up now. Hopefully this game is going to cheer you up. All right? So this game is called Smash, Kill, and Marry. You get three names. You're going to say who you would smash, who you would kill, and who you would marry, right? So hopefully that this game will cheer you up, and I really, really want this game to cheer you up. Are you ready for the game? All right. So your first three name is, you ready?
Yeah.
Jaden, Italian, and Cuz. So Jaden, Italian, and Cuz. Which one would you smash? Which one would you marry? Which one would you kill?
I don't know any of those names it's called.
Jaden,
As in Jaden, what all over TikTok?
yes. Italian, Shauna X, and Cuz, who does skit with Able Boss.
I don't know, cause only Jaden there's somebody can put a face pan like to know if my woulda smash.
All right. So you know Jaden, right?
You know Jaden.
You know Italian. That's Shauna Chin X.
No.
Cam. I mean, Cuz Cam's baby father. Cuz who does skit. I really, this it's not safe at all. Hold on a second.
Okay. Maybe maybe
I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show.
maybe if I see them I will know, but you saying the name, the only name that's ringing a bell is Jaden. I
The
don't
Jaden rings a bell. So
Yeah.
Italian does not. Let me show you Italian. No, sir, this is not safe at all. Hold on. I'm gonna show you IT. Okay, so this is Italian.
Yeah, me I say the man from see the face like the boy say no sir, Italian attack and some style. I'm going to fun deal. 15 girls.
Huh?
No.
Okay, so let's move on to the let's move on to the next three then. No, sir.
Yeah, give me three other names. No.
Okay.
Are World Dog, Grizzly, and Able Boss.
So which one would you smash? Which one would you marry? Which one would you kill?
We say
World Dog, Able Boss, Grizzly.
me not like this. I feel like a setup.
Everybody gets it. But which one? it's not. It's not a setup. Which one would you smash, marry, or kill? Which one? Okay, let's start with it. Which one would you smash?
One of the names that you mentioned.
Give her the names again.
No, I'm saying one of the names that you mentioned. So can't full talk, but it's good.
Oh, you not just randomly pick these, right?
Why the coincidence? The two coincidence.
I'm shocked when you said one of the names because I don't even know. Like, I only know about the two situations we asked you about that you had on the internet. But any of these names, I don't know if you had anything. I don't honestly.
But I kill you, Baba.
All right, you're killable. All right.
Murder. But I smash World Dog and marriage this.
And Maris. Yes. Okay. The next three names is Quiet Perry, Roger, and Shibata.
And what?
Shibata.
You, William,
Everybody needs love. Everybody needs love.
you,
Everybody needs love. Listen.
no,
Listen. Everybody needs love.
no, pass.
Why would you? And then they say, and what? All right, so you passed that one.
You,
Vibes Cartel, Buju Banton, and Romish.
mighty God.
Wait, when somebody said why put Roger, they're men. They're all men. Nobody, I'm not here to point fingers. They're all men. It's men names. So let's get to this one. Vibes Cartel, Buju Banton, and Romish.
I started with the Bunsen and Winnie. Um, Boy, that game is supposed to fun, but it's not have fun. I can't swap the name them or something. But I like them name that right.
Vibes Cartel, Buju Banton, and Romich.
You know what the name them? It is a game, yeah.
You don't like those names?
I
Really?
probably smash cartel though.
Okay, you smash Cartel.
Why? Mm.
So, which, out of Romich and Buju, which one would you marry?
Nice.
Okay, Valiant, next to that, 450.
I can't log off now, please.
Valiant, next to that, 450.
Why don't forget me?
All right. So, all right. So, all right. So, thank you guys so much. So, okay, the game is done. The game. Okay, the game is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here tonight. If you're not yet following everybody on the panel, follow us right now. Follow Zenni, follow Anada and myself, and you will.
Right, where really get them name there from?
They're all artists, they're all TikTokers, you know. I just come up with random names.
The last list, them wouldn't kill nobody still.
You want to kill nobody, you'll marry all of them, or just what would you do?
I'm gonna smash one, I'm gonna marry one.
Hot. All right. All right. So, Ananda, anything you want to say?
Same old, same old. Then you look beautiful. Thank you for coming out. It wouldn't be possible if you didn't come and show out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you so much, Zenni, for being here tonight. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for shedding light on certain things that, you know, everybody was looking forward to hear.
Some of the people them comment and say I lie me I tell you, but remember say negativity not really bother me anymore.
Yeah, it's okay. You know how they are.
Very
God
good.
bless you. And we love you. And thank you so much for this interview. And have yourself a wonderful, wonderful night. I know both of you guys are going out, so I'll dismiss both of you guys because both of you guys have somewhere to go. Guys, remember Anara is in Jamaica. If you see her, give her a hug, give her a picture, give her a kiss. Say welcome to Jamaica. All right.
Yeah, you should not should at Kingston, right?
I think both of you going to the same place tonight, probably.
No, I'm in my bed.
Oh,
It's
all right.
It's actually my friend's birthday, so I'm gonna, show her some love. Anyways, I wanted to shout out to my hairdresser at Sherry Slays, nails at Miss I'm Flawless and lashes at Proud Beauty. So y'all go and check them out if you're in Mobile.
Another have fun.
Sherry
Okay?
Slays, Miss I'm Flawless and Proud Beauty.
Have fun, another. All right, you guys hear her. Shout out to your hairdresser. Zenni, once again, thank you so much for being here. God bless you. We love you and have a good night.
You too. Good night.
Thank you so much.